You step off the plane at Taoyuan International, and the air hits you first. It's thick, humid, a warm blanket you didn't ask for but instantly get used to. It smells of adventure, yes, but also something else. Something green, something cooking, something alive. The airport is a machine of quiet efficiency, a stark contrast to the beautiful, chaotic island waiting just outside its doors. Signs in Mandarin and English guide you through, a gentle introduction to a place of dualities. This isn't just another stop on the map. It's a world unto itself, humming with a unique energy that pulls you in from the very first breath. It's the start of something real. The ride into Taipei is a blur of concrete and jungle. Skyscrapers claw at the sky, their modern glass skins reflecting the lush green mountains that cradle the city. You see old temples tucked between new apartment buildings, a constant reminder that the past is never far from the present here. The traffic flows like a river, a chaotic yet somehow organized ballet of scooters, cars and buses. Everyone seems to be going somewhere important, yet there's no sense of frantic desperation. It's a purposeful hustle, the rhythm of a city that works hard and lives harder. This is the first taste of Taiwan's soul, a place built on layers of history, industry and nature. My first meal wasn't in a fancy restaurant. It was at a small, unassuming noodle shop a few blocks from the hotel. A simple bowl of beef noodle soup, the steam rising to fog my glasses. The broth was a deep, complex river of flavor, rich with star anise, soy, and a hint of something I couldn't name. The beef, slow-cooked for hours, melted in my mouth. The noodles, thick and chewy, were the perfect vehicle for this liquid gold. This wasn't just food, it was a story in a bowl, a tradition passed down through generations. It told me everything I needed to know about this place. It's honest, it's unpretentious, and it's deeply satisfying. First impressions matter, and Taiwan's is a potent one. It's the kindness of a stranger giving you directions, the organized chaos of the MRT system, the way the modern world seamlessly blends with ancient traditions. You feel it in the smiles, in the food, in the very air you breathe. This island has a story to tell, and it doesn't shout it from the rooftops. It whispers it in the quiet corners, in the steam of a food stall, in the rustle of bamboo in a hidden park. You just have to be willing to listen, to open yourself up to its complex, beautiful, and utterly compelling narrative. Taipei by day is one thing. Taipei by night is another beast entirely. When the sun goes down, the city transforms. The streets come alive with a different kind of energy, fueled by neon signs and the collective rumble of hungry stomachs. The night markets are the beating heart of this nocturnal world. Yilan, Raohe, Ningxia. Each one is a labyrinth of sights, sounds and smells. You're swept into a current of people, a human river flowing past stalls sizzling with untold delights. It's sensory overload in the best possible way, a place where you can lose yourself for hours and emerge happier, fuller, and slightly bewildered. At Raohe Night Market, you find the famous black pepper bun. You watch them being made, stuck to the side of a tandoor-like oven until the pastry is crispy and the peppery pork filling is volcanically hot. The first bite is a revelation, a crunchy, savory explosion that sends juice running down your chin. You wander deeper, past vendors selling stinky tofu, its pungent aroma a rite of passage for any true culinary explorer. There are grilled squid on a stick, glistening with sweet and spicy sauce, and bubble tea stalls offering 1,000 different combinations. Every stall is a small theatre. Every vendor and artist perfecting their craft night after night. Beyond the food, the night market is a microcosm of Taipei life. Families are out with their kids, young couples are on dates, and old friends are catching up over a shared plate of oyster omelets. There are games of skill and chance, with prizes of oversized stuffed animals hanging as trophies. You see the latest fashions and quirky gadgets sold alongside traditional snacks. It's a place of community, a public living room where the entire city seems to congregate. It's loud, it's crowded, it's chaotic, and it's utterly undeniably human. You don't just observe it, you become a part of it. For 4 nights this was the ritual. Explore the city during the day, the quiet dignity of Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, the dizzying heights of Taipei 101, and then dive headfirst into the glorious madness of the night markets. Each night a different market, each one with its own personality and specialties. It's an education in Taiwanese culture, one bite at a time. This is where you connect with the real Taipei, not in a museum or a monument, but here, in the steam and the noise, under the glow of the neon lights, sharing a plastic stool with strangers who are all there for the same honest reason: to eat well. After the electric energy of Taipei, Yilan is a deep, calming breath. A short journey takes you from the concrete jungle to a landscape of rice paddies, green fields, and misty mountains. The pace of life slows down immediately. Here, the main attraction isn't a skyscraper or a bustling market, it's the earth itself. Yilan is famous for its hot springs, natural mineral water bubbling up from deep underground. The town of Jiaoxi is built around this gift from nature. Steam rises from grates in the sidewalks, and public footbaths invite you to kick off your shoes and soak your weary feet for free. Checking into a hot spring hotel is the whole point of being here. Your room doesn't just have a shower, it has a large stone tub with 2 taps, one for cold water and one for the hot, silky, mineral-rich spring water. The ritual becomes simple. Explore during the day and then return for a long private soak. The water is odorless and soft on the skin. You sink into the tub, the heat seeping into your muscles, melting away the aches of travel. You look out the window at the green hills, and for a moment, the world and all its noise fade away. It's a simple, profound kind of therapy. The town of Jiaoxi itself is charming and low-key. It's a place for strolling, not rushing. You can wander through local parks where elderly residents gather to chat and play chess. The food here is fresh and local, with an emphasis on vegetables grown in the surrounding plains and seafood from the nearby coast. We found a small restaurant serving scallion pancakes, a Yilan specialty, made with the incredibly fragrant local spring onions. They were flaky, savory, and utterly addictive. This is slow travel, a chance to appreciate the small details and the simple pleasures that often get lost in the rush of a big city. The 2 nights in Yilan were a necessary pause, a moment to reset and recharge. It was a reminder that adventure isn't always about adrenaline and discovery. Sometimes it's about stillness and reflection. Soaking in those hot springs, you feel a connection to the place that is ancient and elemental. It's a direct link to the geology of the island, to the volcanic forces that shaped this land. It's a quiet conversation with Taiwan, a moment of peace and restoration before plunging back into the journey, ready for whatever the South had in store. This was the calm before the beautiful storm. The journey south is a journey into another side of Taiwan. The high-speed rail whisks you towards Kaohsiung, but first a detour is in order. Sun Moon Lake is Taiwan's largest body of water, a stunning expanse of emerald green nestled among mountains. The air is cooler here, cleaner. We took a boat across the lake, the captain pointing out landmarks and telling stories. The Lalu Peninsula separates the lake into 2 parts, one shaped like the sun, the other like a crescent moon. It's a place of serene beauty, where temples cling to hillsides and hiking trails disappear into the lush forest. It feels like a landscape from a classic Chinese painting. From the tranquility of the lake, we ascended into the clouds at Alishan National Forest. This is a mystical place, home to ancient cypress and cedar trees, some over 1,000 years old. You walk on elevated wooden boardwalks, surrounded by these silent, towering giants. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and wood. A narrow-gauge forest railway, originally built by the Japanese for logging, now carries tourists through the misty landscape. It's easy to feel small here, humbled by the scale and age of the forest. It's a spiritual experience, a pilgrimage into the soul of Taiwan's natural world. Then, down to Kaohsiung. This is Taiwan's industrial heart, a port city with a grittier, more working-class feel than Taipei. But it's a city that's reinventing itself. Old industrial sites like the Pier 2 Art Center have been transformed into vibrant creative hubs, filled with galleries, quirky sculptures, and cool cafes. We explored the massive Formosa Boulevard MRT station, famous for its dome of light, the world's largest glasswork of art. Kaohsiung has a raw energy, a sense of pride and resilience that is completely captivating. It's a city with dirt under its fingernails and art in its soul. The 5 nights based in Kaohsiung gave us a base to explore this rich southern region. We ate our way through the Liuhe night market, sampling fresh seafood grilled to perfection. We rode bikes around Shijin Island, feeling the sea breeze and watching massive container ships navigate the harbor. It was a study in contrasts, the sublime nature of Sun Moon Lake and Alishan, and the industrial beauty of Kaohsiung. This part of the trip showed the incredible diversity of Taiwan, a small island that contains entire worlds within it. It's a place that constantly surprises you, revealing new layers of its identity around every corner. For the final 2 nights, we didn't return to the heart of Taipei. Instead, we headed to Bali, not the Indonesian island, but a district just across the Danshui River from the popular tourist spot of Tamsui. It's a quieter, more local alternative. You get there by a short ferry ride, watching the skyline of Tamsui shrink as you approach the more laid-back shore of Bali. This place is about riverside promenades, bike paths, and a slower pace of life. It felt like the perfect place to decompress and process the whirlwind of the past 11 days. The main activity in Bali is simply being by the water. We rented bicycles and rode along the river, past families flying kites and couples enjoying the view. The path is lined with cafes and small food stalls selling snacks like deep-fried squid and sweet potato balls. You can see the fishermen heading out in their boats, a timeless rhythm that continues despite the modern city just across the water. It's not a place of major sights or attractions. Its charm lies in its simplicity, in the chance to just sit and watch the world go by, to feel the river breeze on your face. Our final meal in Taiwan was here, at a simple seafood restaurant overlooking the river. We pointed at what looked fresh in the tanks: clams, shrimp, a whole fish. It was prepared simply, steamed with ginger and soy sauce, allowing the freshness of the ingredients to be the star. We ate as the sun set over the river, casting a golden glow on the water and the distant mountains. It was a fitting end to the journey, an honest, delicious meal shared in a beautiful, unpretentious setting. It encapsulated everything I had come to love about this island. Leaving Taiwan is tough. You feel like you've only scratched the surface. 13 days is a good start, but this is a place you could spend a lifetime exploring and still not uncover all its secrets. It's the people, their warmth and generosity that stick with you the most. It's the food, so diverse and consistently incredible, from the simplest street stall to a proper restaurant. And it's the landscape, that constant interplay of city and nature. Taiwan gets under your skin. It's a complex, beautiful, and deeply human place. I came looking for an adventure and I found it, but I also found a place that felt strangely like coming home.